Today we're hopping into the Arrowverse. Now we've already power ranked all the heroes in the MCU, and even ranked DCEU heroes by power. So it's only fair we do the same with Green Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and other heroes in the Arrowverse. However, there are a ton of heroes between all four of these shows, so we're just hitting main heroes, or heroes that have been series regulars, even if it just was for 1 or 2 seasons. Also, this is a power ranking for how they do in fights, so intelligence and wealth isn't as important a factor as strength or skill. Also, as of now, Black Lightning isn't included in the Arrowverse, even though they're both on the CW, so don't expect to see them on this list. Alright, let's get started.
Eyes up. Stay sharp. Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.
Overwatch. Felicity can't fight. She's annoying and she's coming in last. Simple as that. Yes, she's arguably the best hacker, one of the smartest people in the Arrowverse, but in a fight, and on this list, well, she's coming in last. Rip Hunter. As a former Time Master, Rip is incredibly intelligent and understands the flow of time and how certain events will affect it. He's also a highly trained fighter, being able to even beat a younger version of Vandal Savage. But he's also shown he can be easily overpowered by stronger or more skilled opponents. Alex Danvers. Being a top agent with the DEO, Alex is in top physical condition. He's actually very agile and nimble. He's also highly trained in combat and martial arts, as required by the DEO. But Alex is just a human. He doesn't have the power or skill to go any higher on this list. Mr. Terrific. Curtis is an Olympic level athlete, but man, does the guy suck in a fight. He's consistently been overpowered and beaten during his career as a vigilante. While he has gotten better, even briefly fighting Green Arrow, he's still one of the worst fighters on the show. Really, his main saving grace is his incredible intellect and his T-spears. But still, his balls can only really get him so far. Wild Dog. Renee is a skilled fighter, ex-military, and is definitely a capable and skilled gunman. But holds him back on this list is his attitude. He's rash and cocky, isn't necessarily an intelligent fighter, and is real likely just rush into a situation, then be taken down because he didn't think it through beforehand. Heatwave. While Mick might just look like a deranged lunatic, he's actually a skilled brawler and fighter, and can take a ton of punishment and not go down. And there's his heat gun. He's able to burn anything in his path, unleash extreme heat waves, and actually hit absolute heat or plank temperature. Black Canary, Laurel Lance. Laurel is surprisingly strong and durable, and is a capable fighter, even being able to take down members of the League of Assassins or Hive soldiers. She has also got her Canary Cry, which is powerful enough to shatter glass and send people flying backwards. But still, she didn't show enough skill or power to move up this list before she was killed off. Hawkman. I think Hawkman is one of the biggest disappointments in the Arrowverse, because if he's anything like the comics, he should easily be on the top half of this list. But as it stands, even with his flight, superhuman strength, superhuman durability, all that, Carter is not insanely impressive and can't even escape the bottom 10. Hawkgirl. Same with Hawkgirl. Although Kendra was with the Legends for longer, and was thus able to show that she's better than Hawkman, still really nothing to write home about. Big disappointment and step down from the Justice League animated show, which I love. Guardian. James Olsen wears a mechanical armor suit as the Guardian, which physically enhances him and also comes with a built-in shield, so able to generate shockwaves and deflect people with super strength who punch it. Spartan. As a former soldier, bodyguard, and vigilante, John Diggle is obviously in top physical condition, and is an incredibly skilled fighter as well. He's so great that actually taken up the Green Arrow mantle before when Ollie couldn't. He wears bulletproof military armor, and a bulletproof helmet as Spartan, and is incredibly proficient with all sorts of guns, with pistols being his specialty. Black Canary 2, Dinah Drake. Unlike the first Black Canary, Dinah Drake is actually a metahuman. Is able to naturally emit her sonic shout, which is also said to be more refined than Laurel's artificial one. Dinah is also an incredibly skilled fighter, an expert sharpshooter, and being a trained policewoman and vigilante, she's in peak physical condition. Arsenal. Even before Roy Harper became Oliver's protege and a vigilante, he was already essentially an Olympic-level athlete. And in fact, he's actually faster than Green Arrow. He's also been trained to be a highly skilled fighter, employing acrobatic maneuvers in a fight. And as Oliver's protege, he's also a master archer, one of the best shots in the Arrowverse. Batwoman. We really don't know a lot about Kate Kane, considering that the Batwoman series hasn't even come out yet. But we do know she's in peak physical condition, and is an extremely capable fighter, that she was actually able to quickly take down both Oliver Queen and Barry Allen. Speedy. After being trained by Malcolm Merlyn, Thea became a remarkably strong fighter, able to take on multiple fighters at once, and even battle against someone like Deathstroke or Cardo Diaz. She's also an expert swordswoman, and is a skilled archer as well. Captain Cold. Despite his composed demeanor, Stark is actually a capable fighter. He's able to plow through mob bosses and mafia members alongside Mick. He's also a master planner and tactician, making him a rival to even the Flash. There's his Cold Gun. This weapon is able to freeze anything that it touches, create attacks of solid ice, and is even able to generate absolute zero temperature. White Canary. Sarah Lance has lived quite the life, from the Island to the League of Assassins to Team Arrow, and finally defending the timeline alongside the Legends of Tomorrow. She's surprisingly strong despite her small frame, is a master fighter, and actually one of the best combatants in the Arrowverse, and is skilled with all sorts of weapons, including guns, knives, and batons. Vibe. Cisco might not look like much at first, but he actually is connected to the vibrations of the multiverse, and is able to manipulate them at will. He's able to perceive events happening throughout time and space, open up portals of other dimensions, and even generate powerful vibrational blasts that can knock people out or send them flying backwards. Killer Frost. Caitlin Snow is a powerful metahuman, and is able to switch between her and her alter ego Killer Frost at will. She's able to absorb all existing heat around her, freeze targets, create various ice structures at will, create shields, blades, and ice slides. She's got a healing factor and is able to near instantly freeze people with just one kiss. Excess. Nora possesses a natural connection to the Speed Force, and is able to run at superhuman speeds, even showing that she's somewhat capable of keeping up with her father, the Flash. Excess can also turn intangible and invisible, create electricity, travel through time, and actually reverse time around her while running. Only thing is, she doesn't have nearly as much experience running as other speedsters like Flash or Kid Flash. Elongated Man. Ralph is able to stretch, contract, or compact his body into a myriad of different shapes and sizes. He's able to shapeshift into anyone that he desires. As a result of his metahuman structure, Ralph has considerable superhuman strength and is incredibly durable, able to take just about any attack that comes his way, even city-sized explosions or lethal acid, and come out the other side unscathed. Atom. With his exosuit, Ray Palmer has powers and abilities similar to metahumans and magic users. He's able to manipulate his size, shrinking or growing at will. And he's also able to fire energy blasts with the suit's photon and ion cannons. Atom is a certified genius, having an IQ of 140, and is also a skilled fighter. He's even able to shrink others with his shrink beam if he really wanted to. Constantine. While he refers to himself as merely an occasional dabbler, John is actually a master of the occult and the mystic arts. He's highly skilled in the dark arts, as a master of necromancy, banishing demons, summoning and controlling entities, and exorcism. He's also a master in the light arts, and has telekinesis and cloaking, duplicating, revealing, and sleep spells. He's even able to call upon God's magic power if he needs to. Kid Flash. Just like Flash and Excess, Wally West also has a connection to the Speed Force, and the ability to run at superhuman speeds. He's able to vibrate his body and turn intangible, can produce electricity, and while his powers were still new, It was even noted that his growth rate was greater than Barry Allen himself. Basically, Wally is one of the most powerful beings in the entire multiverse. Green Arrow. Oliver Queen is kind of both the Iron Man and Captain America of the Arrowverse, being the godfather of this universe. He's also insanely powerful, especially for just being a normal human. Arrow is easily in peak physical condition, is the best fighter out of every hero on this list. He's also the most accurate character in the world. But what makes Ollie so impressive and puts him so high is his ability to use his skills, abilities, and tactical intelligence to go up against almost anyone. I mean, he's fought against Deathstroke, Damien Dark, the Reverse Flash, and even the Flash. That's insane. Vixen. Vixen has the supernatural ability to harness the spirits of animals, and in essence, harness their abilities. With her magical totem, she's got superhuman strength and durability like an elephant or a gorilla, superhuman speed like a cheetah, as well as the ability to fly, swim, and breathe underwater, camouflage herself, and climb up walls. Firestorm. Firestorm is essentially a living nuclear reactor, and he gets his powers from the nuclear energy that his body creates. He's able to absorb and project energy, calling them as nuclear blast, and are powerful enough to injure metahumans. He's also to manipulate matter on the atomic and subatomic level, and turn one thing into another, transforming rock into water or metal into jelly beans. Steel. Nate Haywood, otherwise known as Steel, is able to transform his body into living organic steel. In this state, he's superhumanly strong, almost as strong as Supergirl, and is superhumanly durable as well, being approximately 100 times stronger than Steel. But even in this Steel state, he still retains his normal level of agility and mobility. Mon-El. Mon-El is a Daxamite, a race similar to Kryptonians, and has been elevated to superhuman levels thanks to solar radiation. He's on the same strength level as Superman and Supergirl, is superhumanly invulnerable, and can stand up to all of Earth's weapons. And on top of that, he's got superhuman speed as well, although not quite as fast as the Flash or Kid Flash. Brainiac 5. Pearl Dox, otherwise known as Brainiac 5, is a Kaluan, and is strong enough and fast enough to fight against Kryptonians. He's able to shapeshift and change his appearance, interface and control all cybernetics and technology, and is even able to transfer his body into the form of digital code. Probably most importantly, though, Brainiac is a 12th level intellect, and is easily the smartest hero in the entire Arrowverse. Flash. Barry's powers come from his connection to the Speed Force, and he is easily the fastest hero in the entire Arrowverse. In fact, after spending some time inside of the Speed Force, he went too fast for fellow speedsters like Nora and Wally to keep up with him. He's able to vibrate his body, turn intangible and invisible, throw lightning bolts or share his Speed Force connection, create speed mirages, and create clones of himself, to even travel through both time and dimensions. Superman. Being a Kryptonian, and more importantly, being Superman, Clark possesses nearly incalculable superhuman speed, strength, and durability. He's also got freeze breath and heat vision, and is even a skilled fighter as well. Only thing is, he's not quite as great as others. In the Arrowverse, Flash and Reverse Flash have both shown they're faster than Superman, and Supergirl has shown that she's stronger and more durable than her cousin. Supergirl. Supergirl has all the same powers as Superman: superhuman strength, speed, durability, heat vision, and freeze breath. However, she's actually shown that she's stronger and more powerful than Superman before, as Kara was able to beat Clark in a one-on-one fight. However, it did take literally everything for her to come out on top, as it was the hardest fought victory in her superhero career. But Supergirl isn't the most powerful hero in the Arrowverse. That honor falls to none other than Martian Manhunter. For starters, he's been able to handle a bloodlusted Kara who was trying to kill him pretty easily before. Superman said that John is the most powerful being on the planet. He's just as fast and strong as Supergirl. That's in addition to powers like phasing, shapeshifting, and telepathy. So there we have it. What do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications to join the FanCo army. And I will see you next time.